Folks, good morning. A very warm welcome on this rather chilly Canterbury morning to the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms here at number 471 Papanui Road. Mark Morrison is my name, your auctioneer in charge of proceedings today. We have some 8 auctions up today for your spirited bidding and buying. Welcome along to the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms. May I firstly just tick off a little bit of health and safety before we crack into things. It would be remiss of me not to mention our COVID-19 process. Make sure you use the COVID-19 scanner tracking app on your way in. If technology is not your thing, do just sign in with the ladies out front. They'll be sure to take your details. Make sure you're sanitising the hands on the way in. Take a moment to do that upon your departure. If you do become unwell in the next 14 days, if you could just let the agent know that you are the agent you're working with know of that unfortunate fact, or one of the Harcourts Gold management team know of that situation, just so that we can follow our due processes as we are required to do so. We thank you for working alongside us as we navigate these very interesting and unprecedented times with COVID-19. Now, I'd like to firstly acknowledge and thank our owners. We thank them for their ease of access, for their presentation, but first and foremost for their choice and agency. We appreciate that there is choice out there in the marketplace, and we thank and acknowledge them for choosing to work with the great team here at Harcourts Gold. Now, speaking of the team here at Harcourts Gold, let me take a few moments to introduce you to some familiar and friendly faces who are here to help guide and assist you throughout this morning should you need it. Firstly, Lynette McFadden, and just a little further over, John McFadden, business owners here within the Harcourts Gold team, certainly here to help guide and assist you. To Lynette's right, I have Jane Meyer, our manager here in the Papanui office. Alongside Jane, on her right, is Mr. Doug Soper. Doug manages our East Side offices, our Parklands and New Brighton offices. And alongside Doug, I have Margaret Danza from our Redwood office, in her red jacket today, I note, as well, from our Redwood office just up the road. So certainly plenty of friendly faces here to help guide and assist you should you need it throughout this morning. Alongside here, on my left at the rostrum, I have Angela Boyle. Now, Ange is here to scribe and record any bids that we receive here today. She keeps me on my toes, which is no easy task, so she makes sure that we are recording the bids nice and accurately here today. And just behind Ange, I have Alana Cosgrove. Now, Alana, she is probably the most important person here because she drives all the wonderful technology that you see up on screen. You can keep an eye on the properties as we work our way through them. You can keep an eye on the bids there. And we also beam out through our website and via YouTube to our online viewers. Now, on a normal auction day such as this, I might expect to see anywhere between 50 and 80 people tuning in to keep tabs on the property market. So anyone joining us here right around New Zealand, including one particular individual up in Whitianga, a very good morning to you as well. Now, I know the team at Harcourts Gold, they will have made all of the relevant documentation for today's proceedings available to you, the limb, the title, and the contract from which we work from. Now, that's been approved by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand and the Auckland District Law Society. As you might expect, there are a few rules and regulations that we must adhere to when it comes to bidding and buying at auction. Let me take you through some of those now. Firstly, it won't surprise you that our owners have set confidential reserve prices. I won't be disclosing those reserve prices to you, the bidders at large. Basically, it's your job as the bidders to get the bidding up and over those reserve prices. Now, assuming we can work together and do that, the highest bid, whose bid I accept, shall be the purchaser. Now, as auctioneer, I may nominate the sum by which bids increase. I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the best interest of my owners. If a dispute arises with any bids, if there's any argy-bargy with the bidding, well, I'll be sure to sort that out as well. More than likely, we'll just revert to the last undisputed bid, and then we'll simply recommence the bidding sequence from there. Now, in the unlikely situation where your bidding is not active, in the absence of your bidding participation, as auctioneer, I may place bids on behalf of my owners. Now, this is referred to as vendor bidding. I may place those bids from time to time. It's not normally my preference, but if I do so, you can be rest assured of two things. The first one being is those vendor bids will always be well under our confidential reserve prices. And secondly, I will label them, I will communicate them to you exceedingly clearly. Ironically, using language such as vendor bid or the bid is with me. Best course of action for you lovely folk is just to bid with confidence over and above those vendor bids, and we'll continue to travel north and continue to travel in the right direction. Now, at the conclusion of the auction, which is nominated by the hammer coming down to the rostrum, should it fall in your favour, congratulations, you are the successful purchaser. Before you commence those celebrations, we will require a few simple things from you. Firstly, you'll sign the paperwork acknowledging receipt of the approved REA guide. Secondly, we'll arrange a payment of a very neat and precise 10% of the purchase price. And thirdly and finally, we'll get you to complete the GST information, which is outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, those are the rules of engagement for today's proceedings. Clean, concise, so transparent is the process here in the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms. Please make yourself known to me throughout this morning, and if you are bidding, wave at me, shout at me. You certainly will not offend me. Make yourself known to me. Make your intentions well known. That would be my recommendation. So folks, as I mentioned, some 8 properties up for your spirited bidding and buying here today. The first of which is number 9 Hope Street in Shirley. And at this time, I welcome to the front of the room your property's ambassador over the last few weeks, Geeta Rose. Geeta, I know you've had a very busy campaign here in Hope Street. You're all set to go? Yep. All ready to go? Fantastic. Lovely to be working alongside you here this morning. 9 Hope Street here in Shirley, Christchurch City. This is an estate in freehold. 689 very generous square metres of that freehold land. That's Lot 2 deposit plan, 48318. That's all outlined on the certificate of title that Geet has made readily available to each and every one of you over the last few weeks. The settlement date, that's set down here in front of me for Thursday, the 5th of August, 2021. Perhaps you've made prior arrangements in writing with our owners, which is absolutely fine. Schedule 2, that outlines the list of chattels, and you bid and you buy on those further terms of sale towards the rear of the agreement, being clauses 22 through to 24 inclusive. Well, Geeta, there is an old saying, isn't there, that brick and tile, it never goes out of style, and I think that number 9 Hope Street, it just gives oxygen to that sentiment. Absolutely does. This is just another case of that old saying being absolutely true. I love the fact that this property is tucked down and off the road, so it's nice and private. As you head down the long drive, you swing in around to the right, and then as you arrive home, you are greeted with this beautiful, wonderful home here. It's just going to put a smile on your face every time you come home. The section itself, it just sits so perfectly there, and it's going to invite in all those rays of sunshine that we see on these beautiful Canterbury winter's days. It's going to be a beautiful place to be come those summer months a little bit later in the year as well. Now, once it's time to head on inside, I think it just gets a whole lot better. I love the flexibility in terms of some of those living spaces. I certainly love the log burner there. Flexibility throughout the home, well, that is certainly there to see. And I love the views, and I love the connection from inside to outside. And you've got the flexibility of those 2 deck spaces as well. So you can certainly chase those sun rays at the start of the day and then later on in the day as well. Of course, it would be remiss not to mention that spa pool out there as well. That's a beautiful place to be. Those established gardens are very, very nice as well. The bedrooms, of which there are 3. I like the fact that the master has got its own walk-in wardrobe, and it's got access to that very, very nice modern and sparkling family bathroom as well. Location, well, it all makes sense, doesn't it? You're so close to the Palms, you've got that just up the way. Great schools, plenty of reserves and parks and recreation in the area as well. So folks, my instructions very clear today. We need to work out where we see this property in the marketplace, but my instructions here today are to open the bidding, placing a vendor bid on behalf of my owner at $380,000. I look for $400,000 next. Who's got 20? 480. 480, even better. So we put 100 on. Strong play for the keys. At 500 here, good luck, sir. Puts 20 on. Do we move in the 20s? There's another 20 over here, and 520 here. At 520, would you say 540, sir, without hesitation? At 540, nicely done. First chance at 540 is at 60 back here with you. Or more. 550. 550, oh, cuts me in half at 550. Is it 10 here with you, sir? And 60. There we go. Like for like on the 10s. Doesn't have to be a spectator sport, folks. Just 200 at this stage at 560,000. Once the money at 560 twice quickly. You're out. Does 5 help? Surely you'd bid 5 to stay alive.
570.
570. There we go. New face in the race at 570. Astute timing. Nicely done at 500 and 575. Absolutely, sir. Good luck to you. And 585 puts 10 on. And 90 here at 590,000 now. 6. Straight to 6. That would have been my suggestion, and he does so at 560. Welcome you back in. Beautiful family home for the little one. 603? Absolutely.
16.
And 10. Put 7 on. Do you match that? Fight fire with fire. First, here at 610. Twice the money. At 610. Third and final. It's 16. I'll take 3 from you if that's more comfortable. It's 610. Might need some instructions at this point in time.
On the market.
We're on the market and selling. Clear instructions at 610. Sir, I sell to you for the want of a better bid. Now's the time. I welcome you back in. Perhaps a cheeky 3 like the good gentleman placed before. Or you here, sir. What do you say? 611.
6:15.
615. Puts 4 on. It's 6, 1, and 5. I'm selling, folks. First chance. Here, I'm selling away. You sure? Absolutely done. It's 615. Twice the money. Offer you happiness, a beautiful family home here. Third and final at 615. Delighted to announce 9 Hope Street. It goes. It goes. It is sold here. Well done. Congratulations. Well bid, well bought. To our underbidders, commiserations. Genuinely all the very best in your property search out there in the marketplace. Start there in Hope Street. We now move forward to our second opportunity of the morning, 27 Alexandrina Street in Marshlands. At this time, I welcome to the front of the room Mr. Mike Franklin. He's been your tour guide on your journey towards home ownership here in Marshlands and Alexandrina Street. In estate and freehold is the property, 609 square metres of that freehold land. That's lot 69, deposit plan 494177. That's all outlined in the certificate of title that Mike's made readily available to each and every one of you in recent times. Settlement date is set down for Friday the 30th of July 2021 or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed to in writing prior to today's proceedings. I note we may have some registered telephone bidders come into play today. I've cited the paperwork, very happy to move forward on that basis, so don't be surprised to see some telephone bidders in action today. The list of schedules, they're outlined in Schedule 2. I won't go through those, and those further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 25. You bid and you buy on that basis here today, and I remind you 10% is all that we require from you at the fall of the hammer should it fall in your favour. Well, if there was ever a suburb or a location here in Christchurch that's gone through some massive and tremendous surge in popularity in recent times, I'd have to say it would be Preston's Park. This is a sensational chance and opportunity for you to secure your own little slice in this little paradise. I love this location. It is so close to so many outstanding outdoor pursuits, be it the forest, the golf courses, the beaches. You've got all of that on your back doorstep. That is just one of the compelling reasons why this location is so good. The house itself, well, it's single level. It's been built in recent times in 2017. The living, it's just so easy here. I love the flexibility and the variation that it brings you with that second living space towards the front of the home. That's a nice place to perhaps get away from the rest of the family if you need a little bit of quiet time. Everything here is so light and bright. Those high ceilings, that just adds to that feeling of space and peace throughout the home. The bedrooms, well, there's 4 of them. They're all very, very well sized here, serviced by 2 bathrooms as you might expect. And it's got the all-important ensuite there with the master bedroom. As I said, absolutely love this location. Full disclosure, I happen to live in the area, so I know a whole lot about the area. You've got great cafes just across the way. You've got an excellent curry house within easy reach as well. So Alexandrina Street in Preston's Park here. My instructions are to open up the bidding at $680,000 on a vendor bid. I look for 20 on the rise from there. Who'll bid me 700? Without hesitation, he's underway. Good luck to you, sir, at 700,000. Who goes next? I look for 20 on the rise. Over here at 720. 50. Oh, 50, even better. 50. Didn't hear you. Was it 750? Just confirming. Nicely done. 770, sticking in the 20s. And 800 puts 30 on. 820, nicely done with you. And 50 here. And 70. 880 now. And 90. 19, why not? And 20 with you, sir. 30, 40. Quick wave will do. First chance at 930 here. 935. 935. Wasn't looking for 5s, Jane, but I'll take it. 940 here. You've started something with the 5s, Jane, at $940,000. First chance. 950. 50, nicely done. At 950, well, 55. Stay in the 10s, Jane. 960, okay. What do I know at $960,000? First chance for Preston's Park. Don't shake the head, you give away the strategy and you end up homeless. First chance at 960, twice the money. At 960 here over on the left flank. Sir, you've gone awfully quiet on me. I welcome you back in for a good home. Others see the value, so should you. At $960,000, third chance. At 960 here. Do you put up 2.5 to move things in the right direction? What do you say? You say no. What about here, Amanda? How are we looking? At 960, the bid's against your buyer. Phone a friend if you need to. At $960,000. At 960. Margaret Danzer, our manager here, working really hard, wearing out the carpet at the back of the room. We have to recarpet each week. At $960,000 here for Alexandrina Street. Post-quake build. Good peace of mind, just move in and enjoy this one. Great location, great lifestyle here on offer. Bike through the forest, head down to Flex for a coffee in the morning at $960,000. Looking for an increase, need to move north a little bit from here at 960. 960 the bid. Welcoming any fresh faces into the race.
970.
970. Thank you for the bid at $970,000. Puts 10 on. Welcome another 10 from any other parties at this point in time. But at 970, the bid sits here at 970. First chance at $970,000. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, light and easy living here. Twice at 970. Can't welcome your buyer back in, Amanda. All done. Appreciate the bidding at 970. Third and final at 970. You'll be at 10,000 steps in no time, Margaret. At 970,000. It's a great home. Excellent neighbours in the neighbourhood too. At 970,000. Big decisions being made here in the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms, as you can appreciate. We do need to give all parties involved every opportunity to make the right decision. No worries, Margaret. At 970,000.
On the market.
Change of instructions. Thank you. At 970, confirm we're on the market and selling. Sit tight, folks. I'm going to sell you the property unless I see further bidding. So at 970, folks, we play for the keys. New names go on the title. At 970, you tell me whose name it's going to be. Is it over here or is it somebody else? First chance at 970. Twice. Can't tempt you back in for 1,000 here. Or over the far side, another $1,000 for the chance to own. Really appreciate the bidding. Third and final chance at 970. Delighted to announce 27 Alexandrina Street in Martians. It goes. It goes. It is sold here. Well done. Congratulations. Well fought. Well bought. Expediency, let us move forward now to our third opportunity at the morning, number 10, Bradshaw Terrace in Riccarton. At this time, I welcome to the front of the room Sandra O'Brien. Sandra, you're all set to go. I know you've had a busy campaign here. All the best to you and all the best to our owners and, of course, our interested parties here in the room today. At number 10, Bradshaw Terrace in Riccarton, an estate and freehold, 521 square metres of that freehold land. That's Lot 1, Depositor Plan 24329. That's all outlined in the Certificate of Title. Made available to you by Sandra over the last few weeks. The settlement date is set down for the 25th of June 2021 or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed to in writing. I note we have some registered telephone bidders who may come into play here today. Your bidding today, of course, is cash and unconditional 10% is all we require at the fall of the hammer. List of chattels, Schedule 2, they remain as circulated. In those further terms, you bid and you buy on that basis, being clauses 22 through to 24. Well, 10 Bradshaw Terrace, this is a unique and rather special, equally special opportunity that we bring to you to the marketplace today. This is a really well maintained bungalow. It just oozes charm. I had the privilege of visiting this home on the weekend at one of Sandra's open homes. I love all the timber paneling and the style that you get of a home of this era. They certainly don't make them like they used to. There's no doubt about that. This home is going to warm your soul year round every time that you come home. Now, I love the fact that this property, this home, has 3 bedrooms, but also the unique offering of having no less than 3 bathrooms as well. So this will suit a myriad of different living situations. Perhaps you have extended family or in-laws coming to stay, or if you just like to entertain and have friends come and visit from out of town. Everyone's going to have their own space and their own place in this wonderful home. The opportunity, I love the positioning of the living as well, the fact that it's so sunny and it looks out to the north and it just flows out to that decking onto the north facing of the section as well. You're just going to soak in the sun rays there year round. The outlook is wonderful and bright. Location, well, it just speaks to you, doesn't it? It's so close to the Riccarton Mall. You've got the Riccarton Markets just down the road on the weekend as well. And if education is your thing, well, it's just all backed up by the fact that you've got wonderful zonings for boys and girls high as well. So folks, a compelling opportunity here in Bradshaw Terrace. We just need to work out where we sit in the marketplace. Who'd like to proffer up an opening bid, opening offer? In your hands, turn to you for your opinion. 600, nicely done. That's what I was going to suggest as well. We've clearly got a connection already at $600,000. Let's move in 20s from there if that's comfortable. I look for 620 on the rise. Should be no hesitation. 650, heard it, didn't see it. Where was it? Over here. Nicely done at 650. Welcome into you then. Good strong play for the keys at 650. You go match it at 700. At $700,000, nicely done. Is it 750 with you, sir? It should be at 750,000. And can I say 8 on your behalf? 800, she says yes, and 850, your turn next. 825, okay, cuts me in half, puts up 8 1/4. Stay strong in the 50s, that would be my suggestion. Do we go 875? First chance here at 825. Twice for Bradshaw. Walk to the markets, walk to the mall. Third. 830. Oh, geez, okay. Wasn't asking for 5s, but I'll take it from you at 830. At 35. See, now you've started something with the 5s. At 835. So can you say 40? Once over here. At 835. Twice. 40. Good bid. Doubles me up and puts 10 on at $850,000. As we move north, and that road to ownership here at $850,000. First chance, another 5, or perhaps you fight fire with fire and put 10 on as well. Twice at 850 here. Third quickly, need to bid for the chance to own. Okay, so at 850, I'm on the market and I'm selling here. At 850,000, now's the time. Now's the time to fight for the keys. First chance here at 50, at 850,000. On the market and selling. I'll take 2.5 from you if you like. The smile always tells me there might be just a little bit more in there. Twice. The phone being put down is not so positive. Third and final. At $850,000. I'm selling here. Won't accept a late bid. Delighted to announce 10 Bradshaw Terrace in Riccarton. It goes. It goes. It is. Sold here. Well done. Congratulations. Right along to our fourth opportunity of the morning, which is number 72, Wakatu Ave in Redcliffs. I welcome our tour guide towards home ownership, Mr. Cameron Bailey, already hustling on the phone with a buyer here for number 72. The property is an estate and freehold, 1176 large and precise square metres, more or less. Lot 10, deposit plan 14841. That's outlined on the certificate of title made available to you by Cameron and the team in recent times. Settlement date is set down here in front of me for 28 days from the date of this agreement or any other such date by mutual agreement. I note we have a registered telephone bidder who may come into play here this morning as well, so happy to move forward on that basis. List of chattels, they're outlined in Schedule 2. I won't go through them. It is a lengthy and impressive list of chattels. Further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 24. You bid and you buy on that basis here today, folks. Well, every now and again we do get the privilege to bring to the market just a home that's a little bit special, a little bit different, and this certainly is one of those homes. 72 Wakatu Ave is no doubt one of those homes. This is a special residence. It's the sort of home that makes you feel like you are on holiday every time that you come up the drive and you pull up to the front door. And yet at the same time you are so close to all the amenities and all the conveniences here. You've got Redcliffs to the left and you've got the Sumner Village to the right as you head down the end of your road. Here you enjoy a foot plan of a home that's larger than many plots of land in Ponsonby up in Auckland. The home is commodious in its spaces, there's no doubt about that. And the options are plentiful. The spaces are flexible. There's a myriad of different options here in terms of the living spaces and also on the accommodation front as well. Flexibility in terms of up and down as well, with 3 bedrooms upstairs and 2 bedrooms downstairs. That's going to suit the whole family. The accommodation is very ably taken care of. When it comes to heading outside, wow, this property, it absolutely shines, doesn't it? I mean, you see the swimming pool up there. That's going to be a real hit with all of those who are young and perhaps those who are a little bit older but are young at heart. They're going to love being in that swimming pool, especially in those summer months. Anyone feeling a little bit athletic, you can work on the jump shot out on the basketball court, out on the back as well. The location, well, it's so close, as I mentioned, to wonderful schools. You've got all the amenities and recreational pursuits. If that's your thing, well, you don't have to look far. You can be out on the paddleboard there in the estuary. You can be on the mountain bike or up running in the hills within minutes as well. Wakatu Ave, I could speak about this home all morning, but I think the thing to do would be to work out where we see it in terms of value in the marketplace. Look for opening bid, opening offer. For 72 Wakatu Ave, special property. Who says go first?
He's just asking for a bit.
Love a bid, Cameron. Is there 1.7 anywhere? Looking for 1.7. Vendor bid then. 1,750. Okay, on the phone then with Cameron Bailey. 1,750. Your buyer's money certainly better than mine at 1,750,000. So at 1,750, let's move forward in the 50s from there. I look for 1.8 anywhere. First chance at 1,750, twice the money. Third and final at 1,750.
1.8 here.
1.8 here. Okay, very good. It looks like it's just our one buyer on the phone, Cameron. So at 1.8, I'll just give the room 3 chances. First, second, third. Pausing at 1.8 with our highest bidder. Exciting start to the morning. We've now pushed forward to our next opportunity, being number 8, Shildale Place in Avonhead. I welcome Mary Turnbull and Amanda Barton, your dual agents, leading you on the journey towards home ownership, and of course representing our lovely owners here at number 8. This is an estate and freehold, 615 square metres of that prime time freehold land. That's lot number 30, deposit plan 22973. You've all seen that on the certificate of title made available to you in the last few weeks. Settlement date, that's the day your world gets a whole lot better than it already is. That's set down for Friday, the 16th of July 2021, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed to in writing. Schedule 2, I won't go through the list of chattels, you see them there, and those further terms being clauses 22 through to 25. You bid and you buy on that basis here today. 10% is all I require from you at the fall of the hammer when it falls in your favour. Well, I always say that buying real estate in Avonhead is a smart decision. No one ever experiences buyer's remorse from buying property in Avonhead. And I think it's always good to have options with properties. Here you have those options. There's no doubt about that. Just the way that you configure this home, there is wonderful flexibility. Perhaps you're going to set it up as a 4-bedroom, 2 living spaces, or perhaps you have the need and the requirements for a little bit more on the accommodation front, so you could equally set this home up as a 5-bedroom family home in just the 1 living space. Now, I like the fact that this home is tucked away down the end of a very quiet cul-de-sac. That means you're never going to be disturbed by passing traffic. It's only ever going to be the friendly neighbours coming home, or perhaps friends and family coming around to visit, which invariably they will be when you move into this cracking good home. You can entertain them when they come around to see you on that wraparound deck, or if it's a little bit cooler like it is at this time of year, just move inside, retreat inside to those living spaces. You'll be warmed by the heat pump, and you've got generous and extensive double glazing throughout the home as well. It's very private, it's sunny, it's nice and safe for any little ones of the 2 or 4-legged variety. Speaking of kids, it's in zone for cracking good schools as well. You've got Merrin Primary with an easy reach and Burnside High School. This all just adds to this educated choice. As I said, Avonhead property is always a real winner. Folks, need to see your participation now. Look for your opening bid, opening offer. Who sets me alight with an opening bid? 640 anywhere? 640,000? Very good. Well, with me then at 640,000 to kick things underway at 640,000. Let's move forward, I don't know, and say 20,000 from there. At 640,000 on a vendor bid with me at 640. First chance at 640. Need to see your hand in the air for the chance to own. Twice the money. This is a cracking good home in Shildale. Third and final at 640,000. Well, I just advanced the bidding then through to 660. At 660 with me, that's my second vendor bid. As I said, if you're cash and unconditional, now's the time to show me. Put that hand in the air for the chance to own. At 660. First the money. At 660. Down the end of that quiet cul-de-sac. Gee, this is good buying here. 4, 5 bedrooms, depending on how you like it. Twice the money at 660. Third and final. At 660. Well, I'm shocked, Amanda, Mary, at 660,000. It appears that we may not have any further bidding or any bidding here this morning, so certainly playing into the conditional market's hands. What I'm going to do is just advance the bidding through to $700,000 on behalf of my owners. Place one final vendor bid at $700,000 and simply pass the property in at that level. Is there 710 anywhere for the privilege and the opportunity to speak first to our owners? First at 700, twice. Third and final at 700,000, all done, all silent, all very good. Officially passing the property back into your very capable hands, Mary and Amanda, at 700,000. Clearly the home's worth more than that. If you've got interest north of 700, please do make yourself known to Amanda and Mary. I'm sure that they can help you get pen to paper. I'm sure that we'll see a sold sticker up very, very soon here at number 8. Officially passing in at 700. Next up in our catalogue is number 50, Showgate Avenue in Sockburn. I welcome our lead agents on this campaign, Mr. Mark Wong. Alongside Mark is Yu Ting Ying. They've been looking after you and representing our owners here at number 50 Showgate Ave in Sockburn. This is an estate in freehold. 620 squares of that freehold land. Lot 2 deposited plan 75980. You've all seen it, you've all reviewed that certificate of title made available to you in the last few weeks. I note the property is tenanted. You will see all of the information in terms of that tenancy in Schedule 3. It's on a periodic tenancy, returning some $500 a week currently. The settlement date is set down in front of me here for the 30th of June 2021 or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed to in writing prior to today's proceedings. List of chattels, I won't go through those, and those further terms being clauses 22 through to 26, you bid and you buy on that basis here today. Well, Mark and Yu Ting, this really is rock solid real estate. This is a perfect opportunity to secure a real winner of an opportunity that you see up on screen. It's tucked away and it's very private. It sits privately on that 620 square metre section. This is a 4-bedroom, single level home. Everything is very much tidy, it's very livable as it is, and there are very good spaces throughout this home. For anyone that's into the tools or the toys or perhaps likes cars and things like that, you are absolutely going to love and cherish the triple car garaging. It means that there's so much space for any overflow that you might have. There's plenty to do in the area as well. You've got easy access to parks and reserves. You've got the markets at the racecourse on the weekend, and you've got Hornby and Bushin within easy reach as well. So 50 Showgate Ave in Sockburn, folks. Turn to you now for an opening bid, opening offer. Who'd like to say go first? 600. Nicely done. Welcome into you, Jeff, at $600,000. Good luck to your buyers at $600,000. There's our line in the sand. Do we move in 20s? 620. Nicely done. And 40, what'd you say, Jeff?
635.
635. Okay, astutely done at 635. So he puts 50. 40 on top, is it, Doug? No, just 640. Okay, always checking at $640,000 here. First, 645. 50 next, or more. And 50, okay. We're travelling in the fives today. At $650,000 for Showgate.
55.
55 and 60, would you say? On the retort. Your turn next. Too early to say no. First chance over here at $655,000. Twice. Third, I advance the bidding at $655 here. What's the raise? What's the rise? Looking for an increase. 2 at 657.
651.
I can't go backwards in my options. At 661 I'll take. I'll get in trouble if I go backwards. At 661, that's fine, puts 4 on. At 661, do you match that and get me through to 665? Stay alive. First, at 661. Others see the value. Single level living here, easy living. Rock solid real estate here at 661. Twice the bid here. Welcome you back in for another 4 or more. Third, quickly, need to know at 661, the bid's here. 665. Thank you, Doug. Working alongside our buyers here at 665. Maybe 671 this time, Jeff.
667.
Okay, 667. There we go. Puts 2 on. At 667,000. Let's square the ledger. Get me through to 670. At 667 here for 50 Showgate Ave. Another 3 is all I look for. Happy for you to bid more, however, if you'd like. At 667. First call. At 667. Twice, and I count it down. Third and final. You shook your head before, so I'm happy for you to change the mind again if you like. At 667,000. The bid's over here. Otherwise, I just pause and have a conversation here. At 667. Am I welcoming you back in? Back into the race? No? All done? I'm just going to take a pause here, Jeff, with your buyers at 667. We'll present an opportunity to you very soon. Forward to our next opportunity, number 10, Wynyard Place in Sockburn. At this time, I welcome Mr. Cameron Bailey. Second option for you this morning, Cameron. Alongside you on this one is Mr. Brendan Hart, looking after you, the interested parties out there in the marketplace, and of course representing our owners as well here in Sockburn. This is an estate and freehold. 808 very lucky square metres of that freehold land. Lot 6 deposited plan 50148. That's outlined on the certificate of title made available by the team to you over the last few weeks. 8th of September of this year is the settlement date. That's your possession date. That's the day you get the keys and get to move in, unless you've made prior arrangements in writing with our owners. The list of chattels, you see them there in Schedule 2, and you bid and you buy on that basis of those further terms being clauses 22 through to 24. 10% is all that we require from you at the fall of the hammer, should it fall in your favour here today. Well, 10 Wynyard Place in Sockburn, if you're in the race to find a really good property with plenty of space, I think that number 10 Wynyard Place has got to be that place for you. Plenty of spaces and places and rhymes here with this one, but this really is a home that just keeps giving. It was a property when I visited on the weekend, it just kept going. It was perhaps a home that I thought was going to be a little smaller when I pulled up in the driveway there, but so much space right across the bedrooms and the living spaces as well. So much flexibility throughout the home. The kitchen, I love that breakfast bar. That's going to be a nice place for the family to gather in the mornings, have the morning coffee and get set to go over the breakfast. The 5 bedrooms, as I mentioned before, plenty of bedrooms, plenty of accommodation. You've got the master there with that ensuite and walk-in wardrobe. The family bathroom services the other 4, as you might expect. The bar, you've got the bar there in one of the living spaces. Rare to see such a thing. That's just the icing on the cake there for any entertainers. That is a nice little touch. Education, if that's on the agenda for you as buyers, you're going to sleep nice and easy here with Avonhead and Riccarton Primaries within easy reach, and you've also got Riccarton High that you're in zone for as well. So Wynyard Place, this compelling, substantial home. Opening bid is what I look for now. Who says go first? In your hands. Is there 700 anywhere? 700. 700. Nicely done, sir. Welcome into you at $700,000, and we're underway at 700,000. Let's move forward and say 50,000's from there. I'll look for another 50 on the rise from there at 700,000. First chance at 700,000. Twice the money, quickly at 700 only. Third and final chance at 700,000 with the good gentleman at the back of the room. Well, sir, I'm going to place a vendor bid at 750,000. That's my only vendor bid here today. Bid me 800 and we can have a chat, a pause and a conversation with you for the chance to own. First chance at 750 with me on a vendor bid for Wynyard Place. 760. Okay. Very good, sir. I'll take you 760 at 760,000. That's absolutely fine. First, and I'll count it down 2 more times. Twice the money at 760, otherwise I pause. Third and final at 760. Very good. We're pausing with you, sir. We'll bring you an opportunity to own the property very, very soon. Sit tight. Just an update for you. I take you back now to number 50 Showgate Avenue in Sockburn. We paused a little while ago with the bid, with our highest bidder at $667,000. After some discussions and negotiations, we have had a very gracious increase in the bid through to $672,000. I'll just get confirmation at $672,000. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that increase through to $672,000. Now, at this point in time, I do not have a change of instructions. We are not on the market and we are not selling. So unless I see further bidding over and above that $672,000, I'll simply be passing the property in, and we will open the property up to the conditional market as well. You can take your chances in the conditional market. Now's your time. If you're cash and unconditional, we offer you that first privilege, that first opportunity to buy. But you need to bid over and above that $672,000. I'll count it down 3 times at $672,000. First, the money at $672,000. Twice, penultimate chance at $672,000. Third and final, at $672,000. Are we all done? Are we absolutely sure? At $672,000. You take your chances in a multi-offer situation post-auction if you like. $673,000. Very good. At $673,000. Double me up, sir, and take me through to 75.
675.
675. There we go. What's the retort? Do you double me up as well and take me through to 679? We'll get there twice as quick. First chance at $675,000 here. On the rise. Twice the money at $675,000. Be encouraged that others see value, but you need to keep bidding for the chance to own it. Third and final. Here at $675,000, at 675, at 6 3/4. Can I see an increase from you? Another $1,000 perhaps? Surely. Can't tempt you back in. At 675, the arms are folded at 675. We're going to pass the property in, not going to take a pause and have another conversation. At $675,000, sir, can I see an increase from you? I don't have a change of instructions. Happy to sit tight at 675. Really appreciate the bidding. First chance at 675, twice, third and final. Gentlemen, you're all done over here at 675, officially passing the property then in at $675,000. Folks, well now we move forward to our anchor property, I should say, of the morning, 515 Worcester Street, in Linwood. At this time, I welcome to the front of the room the big man in real estate, as he is known, Mr. Mark O'Loughlin. Flanking Mr. Mark O'Loughlin is Pedro Park. These two gentlemen have been looking after you, the interested parties out there in the marketplace, and of course representing our lovely owner here in Worcester Street, number 515. This is an estate in freehold, 569 very precise square metres of that freehold land. That's Lot 1, Deposit of Plan 77893. That's all outlined in the Certificate of Title made available to you by Mark, Pedro and the team. I note the property is tenanted. You see all the information there in Schedule 3. That's a periodic tenancy, taking some $1,090 per week currently. Settlement date is set down for Friday the 9th of July 2021, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed to in writing. I note we have some registered telephone bidders that may come into play here this morning, so don't be surprised if I'm fielding some bids from registered telephone bidders working within the Harcourts network. The list of chattels, I won't go through those, and those further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 28. You bid and you buy on that basis here today, folks. Most important, most relevant is, of course, that you are buying the property on an as-is, where-is basis here today. Well, this is a unique offering that we bring you here today that Mark and Pedro have brought to the market over the last few weeks. It's currently rented on a room-by-room, individual periodic tenancies. The astute among you, well, you may consider a number of options. In fact, you will be considering a number of options with this classic English villa. Perhaps you just keep it as it is and look to add it to your portfolio. You may look to renovate and update this old girl to her former glory, or perhaps you just see the value in what lies beneath that land. 569 square metres of that RSDT zone land. That could be the opportunity. That's what you're here to buy today. No matter your opinion, no matter your plans, we just need to see your opinion on price here today. My instructions are very clear, and that is to place a vendor bid on behalf of our owners at $250,000. So at $250 with me, is there 25 in the room to kick things along? Look for $275 and $250,000 on a vendor bid. First chance at $250 and up. Twice the money at $250. Don't all go at once.
300, Mark.
300. There we go, Brendan. At $300,000 with you. Welcome in. Doubles me up. Puts 50 on. Do we move in the 50s? You tell me. 300,000 here, over on my left, your right. Looking for 50, but if 25 is more your thing, that's absolutely fine too. First chance here at 300. Twice. Third and final at 300,000. 10. It's looking for 25. And 320. Okay, well, we'll probably get there between the two of you. So at 320 over here. 330 is next. 330 on the up. And 40 would you say, Brendan? 350 even better. Doubles me up. Puts 20 on. Fight fire with fire and take me through to 70. Too early to shake the head, sir. First chance over here at 350. Only. Twice at 350. Third and final chance at 350. Put a 5 on. Absolutely. 365. Yep. Perfect, Brendan. Thank you. At 365. Unique, compelling opportunity here at $365,000. $1 for each day of the year. Or $1,000, I should say, for each day of the year. It'll be cheap buying at $365. But at $365,000, the bid's over here. First chance, I count it down. Twice. Not placing any more vendor bids at this level. Third and final at $365. Am I going to pause here and negotiate?
370.
370. Lou Ding on the phone. Welcome in, Lou. And 80 here. Quickly, Lou. It's your turn again. You know our rules in the auction rooms. Need to bid at least twice. At 380 here. Once, twice. Third and final. At 380, Lou. What's your retort? What's your opinion? 400? Should be easy at this level, Lou.
390.
390. There we go.
400.
400. 400 back here, Lou. It's back against your buyer. At $400,000 here. Any more interest down the middle? Welcome you back in. Happy for you to change your mind. First chance, my left, your right. Twice the money. Was that a dance or are you shaking your head, Lou? Third and final. At $400,000 here. Need to know, Lou? We're pausing here. Please? You're such a gentleman. At $400,000. I'm going to pause with you, Brendan, and bring you an opportunity very soon. Pausing at $400,000. For you, 72 Wakatu Ave, number 4 in our catalogue this morning. We paused some time ago with the bid at $1,800,000. We have had some discussions with both parties. We have had a very gracious increase in the bid through to $1,950,000. Now at this point in time, at that stage, at that level, I do not have a change of instructions. So unless I see further bidding north of that 1950 level, I will simply be passing the property in and we'll open it up to the conditional market as well. So I'll give you 3 chances to bid over that 1950. First, second, and third and final chance at 1950. All done, all silent. Well, very good. Officially passing the property back in to Cameron and the team. If you've got any interest in number 72 Wakatu Ave in Redcliffe, north of that level of 1,950,000, then certainly do make yourself known to Cam or continue to work with the agent that you're working alongside. take you back now to number 10, Wynyard Place in Sockburn. We paused a little while ago with the bid at $760,000. After some discussions with both parties, we have had a very gracious increase in the bid through to $870,000. I'll just get you to confirm that, sir, at $870,000. Thank you for that confirmation. I now turn to our owners at $870,000. Your instructions are very clear. We're on the market and selling. Thank you very much for those instructions. So there you go, folks. Breaking news. At $870,000, the property is on the market, and we sell number 10 Wynyard Place for the want of a better offer. I count it down 3 times, otherwise I simply sell to the good gentleman here at $870,000. First the call at $870,000. Twice the money. Third and final chance at $870,000. Delighted to announce number 10 Wynyard Place in Sockburn. It is sold here. Well done. Congratulations. Well fought, well bought, sir. Congratulations, and thank you to our current owners for your instructions. We'll be back very shortly with our final update being 515 Worcester Street. We'll have an update for you very, very soon. An update now on our last property of the morning, 515 Worcester Street in Linwood. We paused a little while ago with our highest bidder at $400,000. We have had some discussions out in the back rooms. At the conclusion of those discussions, our owners have exercised the right under clause 2.6 in the contract, and they have withdrawn and sold the property outside of the auction room. So congratulations to our new owner. Thank you for our instructions from our current owners. Folks, that wraps up proceedings here today in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms. It's been a wonderful morning with some 8 properties coming to the market. We thank you for your interest and your participation. Enjoy the sunshine out there, and as we always say, may the rest of your day be the best of your day. Thank you very much.